Sup Nerds, free 99 here, back at it again at Route 32. As you can see, we have yet to pass Wave 95. And as I said last episode, I have basically scraped the bottom of the barrel. So now we're going to try the good old-fashioned brute force method. This is the setup we're going with. As you can see here on the left side, everybody is level 100. So this is as strong as this setup will ever get to. Let's quickly go over the team. You've already seen what most of these do and why they're there. So I'm just going to mouse over them and show you the amazing range that Totem Pole, the, not Xurkitree, not Xerneas, the other X1, not Xatu. This is, no, it is Xatu. Xatu is the first form, yes. So Xatu is able to hit invisible units. It's now got amazing range while in the mountain locations. As you can see, it can hit a good, I'd say 75% of the map. We've got El Toro Fuerte, the Holucha, who also gained a bit of range. They can hit a pretty wide area themselves. We've got Swalot here. I don't think they gained range. I think what they got was recharge time reduction. So now they shoot less than 1 second, which is great. And each time they shoot, they have a 50% chance to apply an additional poison stack. Their power is still minuscule at 25. They're mainly here just to spread the poison around. We've got Ferrothorn, who is able to slow the incoming wave. They have a recharge time of 2.2 seconds, which is the same amount of time the slow will last for. It's 2 seconds, but the light clay increases it by 10%. So if the slowed Pokemon is still within range, when Ferrothorn attacks again, they should be slowed a second time. So that's cool. We've got Eagle Eye, the Flygon here. Not less range than what Totem Pole has, but they do have a lot more damage. 755 at a recharge time of exactly 1 second versus Totem Pole. Where is Totem Pole? Who's at essentially 500 damage at a recharge time of 0.8. So bigger damage there, plus their beak, the sharp beak. The further the range, the closer the attack, the more damage it deals, up to an additional 50%. Not entirely sure what that means, but it has no negative, and I'm assuming that it can only do increased damage. We've got Space, the Clefable here. They're doing 455 plus the 757 that we have, so over 1,200 per attack at a recharge time of less than 1 second. So that's great. In terms of our grass boys, we've got Whimsicott, who's got a pretty decent range, can attacks once every 0.75 seconds, but fires 2 projectiles. So that means every attack has twice the 5% chance to restore 1 heart. So like 10% if you squint at it. I'm sure that's not exactly how percentages work, but I'm just gonna use my smooth brain and say that this is a 10% chance to restore 1 heart because it's shooting 2 projectiles. We don't really care about the damage. The damage is going to come from the Maractus, because if we recover a heart, this Pokemon holding it will have their speed decreased by 50%. So at 1.5 seconds, this goes to 0.75. So essentially 2 attacks every 3 seconds at a damage of over 540. So we're hoping this procs quite a bit for Maractus to get an attack boost, or an attack speed boost, and then just damage everything that's in its range. And then our last 2 is Christmas Tree, the Sceptile, as well as the Ditto, copying Christmas Tree, the Sceptile. They hit for over 1,600. Well, actually, no, it's 1,595. So over 1,500 damage. Recharge time of less than 1 second. Really great. We're getting rid of the crit chance for the guaranteed damage. And then Legion here still has the crit chance. They attack faster at over 1 second, but they deal over 1,600 damage. Plus, they still have the chance to crit. So really high DPS there, even though they attack slower. With that being said, I'm gonna fast forward this. I'm gonna hit auto, and when we get to wave 80, where the Frost Lash starts showing up, I think that's when we're gonna start pausing. Oh, also, let's turn this off for a hot minute. One thing I forgot to talk about, the slow from the Ferrothorn is not the only CC that we have. We also have Lighthouse the Ampharos here. We don't care about the damage. What we care about is the 30% chance to stun the target for 1.5 seconds. As you can see, the Quick Claw here has reduced the recharge time to 1.4 seconds. So theoretically, if we can hit a 1 in 3, well, less than 1 in 3, close enough, we'll call it a 1 in 3 chance multiple times, we could theoretically stun lock whatever Pokemon is in its range in order to, well, beat the shit out of it. So that's kind of cool. I'm hoping to see that once or twice. Even if we can get like 2 stun locks in a row, I'd call that a win. 3 would be pushing it. But anyway, let's keep going. Okay, we finally made it to wave 80. Frost Slash is resistant to slow, so we should switch to our stun build. And then we've got Cloisters who are also resistant to slow. Slowbros and Slowpokes resist burn, which we don't use. And then Shelder, the pre-evolved form, doesn't resist anything. So we'll stick to this team. We've got 5 damage coming in from the Seismitoads, which resist stun, and only 2 from the Frost Slash, which resists slow. So we should switch to the slow team here. Now we've got 24 plus 6 stun resist. And then slow resist. So 4 damage versus 30. We're sticking to the slow team. We've got Shelter that doesn't matter and Cloisters that resist slow, so we should switch to stun now. Vanillix doesn't matter, and then we've got the 5 Frostlass coming in. Let's stick with the stun team. Mamoswine resists the stun, Slowbros don't matter, so it's back to Ferrothorn. Delibird resists both of them, but they've only got 600 health, so it doesn't really matter. we're sticking with the slow team. This doesn't matter, so let's just keep going. Okay, we've got 8 damage coming in we need to slow, and then 2 damage coming in that we need to stun. So we'll stick with the slow team because it hurts more. Nine more waves to go until we fight the final boss of this wave. Glalie a newcomer. They resist poison, but we don't really care about that. They only deal 1 damage, so a bit of health missing from the Glalies, I don't mind that much. We do have the anti-slow Frostlass and the 3 anti-slow Cloisters, so we need to switch to our stun team now. We've got 14 damage coming in from the Mamoswine, so we'll go back to Ferrothorn. We're back to dealing with resisting slows, so Ampharos. Now we've got 40 damage coming in from the Seismitoads that resist stun, and only 4 damage coming in from the Frostlass, so we're definitely going back to Ferrothorn. So far, so good. We haven't lost any hearts. If anything, we've actually recovered some. 8 Frostlass coming our way, so back to Lighthouse. And this is the wave that usually kills us. We have 6 damage coming in from Mamoswine that resists stun, while 8 damage is coming in from Cloister that resists slow. So I believe it's more beneficial for us to stick to the stun team to try to kill the Cloisters. Brute Force, that's what it gets you. Delibird resists everything. So we should pick depending on who attacks faster. And I believe it's Lighthouse at 1.4 seconds. Wave 97. First time we're seeing this as well. We've got 10 damage coming in from the Mamoswine. Good thing the Seismitoad also is able to be slowed. Lapras resists the slow, but that's only 3 damage. And then Jinx only resists slow, which is also just 3 damage. So I believe we want to stop the 10 from the Mamoswine and the 12 from the Seismitoad. So we'll stick to the slow team. Wave 98, we've got 2 and 3, so let's go for stunning. And just like that, we brute forced our way to wave 99. Again, the Slowbro and the Slowpoke don't matter, so we'll keep with the stun in order to stop the Frostlass. We're gonna hit auto here. I don't think this team is good for fighting the boss, no matter what it is, because they seem to always have some sort of ability that stops us, and we have to make a team for it anyways. So we might as well see... It's a Regice! It's got 200,000 armor, 1 health, a speed of 1, insta-kill power, no health regen, it resists slow, which I guess makes sense because it's an ice type. Let's hit retry here. I mean, it can't be as easy as like removing all and then going, what's the thing called? Where is Hawlucha? Your ability is called Armor Break. So if we go... There's no way it's as easy as like add unit, add unit, add unit, add unit, add unit. No, is it? Like, and then we'll put in the God Killers, I guess. So Noivern. We'll put in Samurott. We'll put in Absol. That's a good place to start. And then who can hit like the farthest? If we do you, and then we ditto copy the Hawlucha? Is that a thing? We'll put you on this side. And then Jado. You don't really have that much range, so we'll put you there. Beefcake doesn't have much range. Oh, they can't be put on grass. They can if we give them the boot. So I guess that's your held item. You can have your specific held item, which is the Nanaberry? Nanaberry. So there's that. El Toro Fuerte already has something. Gyarados has their own unique item. And I think they're better off here? Question mark? We've got Excadrill. They deal AoE. They don't really have much of a range either. I guess we'll put you there. Kevin Conroy, our Noivern, can go here. We've got Doppler. We've got Enma. Oh, Enma cannot be put on there. That sucks. Unless there is... Isn't there like a... I guess there isn't. There is no second boot. I was thinking like the air balloons. What do you do again? Allows field grass to be placed on mountain. Okay, well, we can put you here for now, I guess. See how that ends up. And then we got one more slot. We've done all the armor breaks. Actually, no, we haven't. So as you can see, every single non-starred Pokemon, except for the ones that don't evolve, I have gotten to level 75, just trying to figure out a strat to try to defeat... for those of you who know that Girafarig now has an evolution, it's not in the game. That's why they stay at level 1. But outside of that tangent, the Dunsparce is also not in the game, by the way. There I go on a tangent again. There is one more Pokemon, Aegislash, that I have discovered that's really cool. So in the regular Pokemon games, Aegislash has two forms. There's the shield form, and then there's the sword form. The developer of this game has essentially translated that into, well, the game. So in the shield form, they deal 175 damage, a recharge time of 1.76, no critical hit chance, and they have an area to slow enemies, much like Ferrothorn, except they can fit on the mountain, whereas Ferrothorn, I believe, is just grass and field. But if you switch them to sword form, they gain double damage, they reduce the recharge time by more or less half, 55% crit chance, and now they cause double damage to armor. So that is super cool, a very versatile Pokemon. And they will be added onto the team. As for where they go, there's really only 1 or 2 spots left. Their range isn't that high. So I guess we'll put you... Your range really isn't that high. So if the Pokemon goes down here, then up, then right. Maybe this is a bit too much in terms of, like... anti-armor, but their entire DPS is armor-based, so I don't see why not. You have the Spin the Cocktail, which is really good for your range. What can you put on that'll help us out? We could give you a bit more damage. What's your attack speed looking at? Already under a second? What's your crit chance looking at? 16%. That's not that high. We could give you the protein for now. That's plus 15 damage. What if we give you the bandana? The bandana gives you the same amount of damage. That's crazy. So we'll stick to the protein. The bandana could probably be used by somebody else. Like Enma here. 25% crit chance. Yeah, it's plus 106 damage now. So that's cool. Absol already has fast attack speed. If we quicken it some more, negative 1.6. So you're looking at like 3.2. So 3 attacks per second. Is that good? We could try to slow them. Oh no, they resist slow, so there's no point of that. What else can we do here? Recharge speed? Is anybody actually holding this? No. But also, you're already fast. What if we give you the bandana, so you basically double your attack, and then we give Enma the Carbos? That could be something. You're now at essentially 2 attacks per second. That's something. We've got Legion, who's already has... Well, do we want you with the damage increase? I guess we would. That would make the most sense. Legion's fine with their item. And then Aegislash can go ahead and wear the attack speed. So yeah, you're at 0.5 seconds. Let's try this out for now. Let's start with this and see where it goes. We're gonna hit next wave. All right, so we did about a third, or no, 2/3 of their health. So they're not able to be slowed, but they can be stunned. Which means we should probably put a stunner somewhere. And I guess that's where Legion would go away? Or what if we... Okay, what if we remove everybody? And what if we go... Ampharos, and then we ditto copy Ampharos. So now we have 2 ways to stun. And then Ampharos could theoretically stun lock if we roll enough heads. And then Ditto, we don't want you with damage. What we want is the attack speed. So that's nice. And then I guess from there we'll just put the armor breakers back. So then Hawlucha, Primeape, Machamp, Gyarados, Excadrill, and Aegislash. That's a good enough spot for you. Aegislash can take this side. Gyarados still takes the water. Jelly Donut can still hit there, which is great. Which means Beefcake could probably go here. And then El Toro Fuerte. This is a big enough area for you, I think, maybe? That's something? And then I guess we'll put two of our God Killers in. Noivern is fine. I think Noivern was perfect. And Absol can be placed in grass. That's great, and then this will be great. I think this is fine. Let's check it out. There's a stun. There's a second stun. There goes the stun locks. Can we get a second set of stun locks? We can, but the damage really isn't there. Okay, okay. Nobody ever said this was going to be easy. I don't think you're good for this. I don't think the Aegislash nor the Excadrills are fine. Let's go ahead and remove them. Wait, I removed something that I wasn't supposed to, I think. Whoops. Legion and then Torafurta, Jado, Beefcake. It was the Absol. Absol, I think, was fine. Absol, I think, is fine. These hit around the corner, which is great. What if we do... Do you need attack speed or do you need DPS? You have very, very high attack speed. We've got Machamp, who's also got very high attack speed. And then Doppler has low attack speed. So what if we put Comfy in? Belladonna Nightshade. And then we give him the flower. So it hits... Okay, I mean, it hits the same amount of people. Which is unfortunate. What if we... Okay, so maybe that's not the play? What's your attack speed now? Still basically a second, and then your attack speed doesn't go down that much? So then what if it's not Beefcake? Oh, one moment. All right, and we're back. Sorry about that. What were we thinking? Belladonna. Whoops. Belladonna to increase the attack speed, which I'm not sure is the right play here. So what if we actually remove you guys? And then we do, like, Sceptile? Plus Jumpluff, maybe? We'll put Sceptile there. We'll put Pom Pom up here. Look at that range. Amazing. And then Christmas Tree can have... Ooh, somebody's already wearing it is the issue. We would have to get rid of it from Doppler? Which is fine, I guess. We'll put the blue bandana back on you. And then Doppler can have attack speed. Just so you can ramp up the focus a little faster? No, you don't even get that much. Like, you might as well go for like a protein instead or something. Maybe. We'll do the protein for now, because you already attack fast. Pom Pom can have... Again, all the DPS items have already been taken. So maybe it's not Pom Pom. Okay, let's if we go stun, who do we have to choose from? Dugong is nice. Can we put you back in the ball? That's not a bad range, honestly. If we do you, and then we do the... What item would be good? Star piece, maybe? That gives you a bit of an area. Not that great of an area, but still a bit of an area. Let's try this for now. Let's go star piece here. And then we can go... Legion can come back. Okay, remove everybody. Legion wants to copy maybe Absol? If we go this, and then stun, Halucha, Reptile, Noivern. We'll put you there, we'll put you here. Lighthouse can come in, I has Bucket. El Toro Fuerte is fine there. Christmas Tree can have this area. Noivern. One thing we could also do is when the Regice gets to like this area, we could swap you to this place and now you can hit the other half of the team or the other half of the route. But then we would have to play on normal speed. And I think that's still okay. 1, 2. You are in, you both have places. So then 3 more locations. What if we do like 200,000 though? We could always like pray for stuns, but I don't like the idea of that. If we do like Flygon can also like swap locations. That's a thing. Yeah, that's a thing, I guess. And then we can we need another grass, something else that can go on the grass that maybe deals a lot of damage. Grass. Who can stand on grass? Sunflora might not be bad. Primeape can stand on grass. Wait a second. We'll add Primeape back in. We need you to break armor first, and then comes to health, I guess, in a way, maybe? I don't know. We'll do it this way. And then one more spot. Something... What if we look at what can be put in the mountain? You don't resist poison. That is something we haven't considered yet. You do not resist poison. So what if we go... all. Who has the fastest attack speed? 8.5, 157, 195. You have this thing, but you're 120. So area dose with the toxic orb that guarantees like 2 stacks. Okay. But then you would have to move here, which I guess is fine. So area dose can go there. It might be able to get like 1 or 2 shots off. That's something. All the other items look fine, except for you. What can we put on you? Blue bandana, is anybody using it? Christmas tree is. So yeah, I guess just the protein. Or we put the adrenaline over on you then? Or what's Christmas tree's attack speed, actually? 8.5. So we would get more attack speed reduction. Yeah, because 28. And then that means the blue bandana on you doesn't give it a whole lot of damage, but maybe it does. We could try this. If we hit next wave. So the moment you go... Oh, that was a good stun. A lot of poison getting stacked on. Oh, the poison isn't really that great because it's based on max health. And they only have 1 health. So it only like hits for 1 damage. That's actually kind of funny. We'll put you back here. No! We'll put you back here and then we'll put you over there. I mean, it's dealing damage. You can't say that it's not. We'll move you over here now. This is the closest that we've gone to beating them. But it's not enough. Maybe if we switch our guys fast enough, it'll do more. So you need to swap essentially here. And then you need to swap basically there. So here and then here, you both need to swap. Okay, we'll hit next wave. Oh, we can't hit next wave. We'll hit next wave. We'll get you prepped to move. No stun up front, although we should really change that. I think Noivern is more damage than Flygon, who will have to switch back again anyways. We got another stun there, which is nice. I don't think we got as many stuns as we did this time around. Especially not in the places that mattered. So that sucks. We definitely need to change Ariados. We need to... What? Stun. What can stun? Especially in the beginning area. Raichu, what did you do again? Ricochets doesn't really work. We could try the cell battery on Electrode. Maybe that's something. We are going to go here. We're gonna remove unit the Ariados. And then we're gonna add unit the... Where are they? Ball. Again, the range isn't that much, which kind of sucks. But anyway, let's try this, see what happens. There's the mini stuns, which is nice. It is slowing it down a bit. And then we move you here now. Let's get you prepped. Shoot one more time, then move you, then move you. Let's get you prepped. There's another stun. That's great stun. Good stun, good stun. There's stun lock there for quite a bit, which is nice. But again, we're missing a tad bit. We'll get them down to like 25% health. But that's as far as it'll go. Maybe it's Jado? The Nana Berry gives a lot, but it also costs attack speed. No, it wouldn't be that. Maybe it's that? Maybe it's not Electrode then. Who has very high range? Let me think about this for a sec. What if it's artillery? What if we remove Electrode and then put in Octillery? And then Octillery can be here? The first time they go up, we'll keep them here. And then when they come down, we'll do the old swap. But you don't really have... Oh, wait a second. If we give this to you, okay, it's still pretty bad. Let's not kid ourselves. That's still pretty bad. But then that frees up Christmas Tree to attach something else. So what if we put on... What if we put on maybe just a protein? Maybe that's something? None of these are really grabbing me. Oh, no, well, no, El Toro Fuerte has the Badge of Honor. Let's try this. Let's try this. It doesn't hurt to try. Let's put you back there. Let's put you back there, and then let's put you back there. And then you start there. Okay, so next wave. Y'all are starting to attack. That's good. We switch you here for when the wave ends. You okay, well, we missed a shot there. Unfortunately, we missed a couple of shots. We'll move you there. You can start shooting again. And then as they come down, we can move you over. I mean, good stuns, but in the wrong places, unfortunately. Okay, is there any other Pokemon that can stun? That can be put on the grass, maybe? Field grass, but you require Ricochet. Just the field. Field water, everything but grass. And then water. So if we do, we have to do the Raichu. But a 5% chance is very low. It is just too low. So that kind of sucks. Unless we give one of you the boot. Which might not be so bad. No, that's gonna be terrible. You're an area. 3.4, I never leveled you up. Okay, okay. Can you hold anything else? What if we give you... I don't think this does anything. I mean, it makes it thicker, which could be a thing. We could give you attack speed instead. Maybe that's something. Let's start with this. Let's start with this and see if there's any difference. Also, I don't think takoyaki is the answer. There's got to be something else. We can't do poison because it only has 1 health. All of the other armor breakers aren't that great. Your range isn't that high enough. Gengar? Wait. We haven't done Gengar yet. We haven't tried Gengar. Because Gengar doesn't really work like poison. Gengar is based on this Pokemon's power. Wait a second here. If we give you, I guess, Carbos to try to put more stacks on? Or even better yet, the Adrenaline Orb? Okay, if we... Let's get rid of Takoyaki. Let's put back Gengar. Let's put Gengar over here. Put you guys back to square one. Is this something? Oh, you would have to stay there, but that's fine, that's fine. And then we'll just have to move you two sideways. If we get a stun... Okay, we do get a couple of stuns off, which is perfect. Perfect. I think you're able to be moved now. Let's prep you. Good hits, good stuns. Good stuns. One more shot off of you. 2 more shots off of you, thanks to that stun. We can move you now. Ooh, bunch of good stuns there. Good stuns, good stuns. There's the ranking damage, which is great. We forgot to move Flygon again. Are we gonna do it? Was that all along? Because poison didn't work, we had to do Nightmare? Good stuns? Come on, he's so dead. He's so dead. Bro, that sucked. That was so good. If only we remembered to move you like here when they got to this part, I think we would have gotten it. Let's try that again. Hopefully we can get the double stuns again. Nice. A second stun, please. Oh, we need to fast forward this. These guys started at the wrong position. Let's go ahead and move you now, actually. Yeah, that wasn't gonna work. Okay, try this again. We hit next wave and we pray for a couple of stuns. We'll prep you now. No stuns coming off the gate, which is unfortunate. We'll wait for the last one to hit like that, so then we can move you. And then we'll prep you. We'll wait for the last one to hit like there, and then move you. Move you. So now you're still getting hit. Hopefully we can get 1 or 2 stuns here. Awesome. And then we can move you here now. Good stuns, good stuns. The HP is still trickling away thanks to the Gengar. I'm not entirely sure if this one will do it though. Nope. Okay. Back we go, back we go. If we could get like 1 or 2 more stuns in the beginning, that would be amazing. Here we go. We're prepping Flygon here. No stuns in the beginning, which is very unfortunate. Good stun in the middle there. We're prepping you now. Hopefully you can get a bit more stuns. Yeah, there's 1 more at the tail end. Awesome, awesome. Let's move you over. And then Flygon, please move. Perfect, perfect. And then we'll move Flygon again now. I don't think this is gonna get it. I really don't. Good stuns there, but you're already past all of our DPS. Like, the stuns here would be if they're less than 25% health and we're just trying to finish them off. I think this is the team. I honestly think this is the team. We just need to get a little lucky when it comes to the stunning. No stuns off the gate, which is unfortunate. No, well, okay, 1 or 2. 1 or 2 coming up of there, which is nice. Let's move you, let's move you. And then get ready to move you again. A good stun there, ranking up the damage from the Absols. Another good stun. This could be it. If we can get him stun locked there, this could be it. 1 more or 2 more stuns. Unfortunately not. Alright, run it back. Get the Flygon ready. It would be... Okay, just one stun, which is unfortunate, but we'll take it. Any stun is better than no stun. There they go. There they go. 1 stun there. Good, good, good. We'll plug you in, and then we'll plug... No! Please! There we go. Good stun, but we weren't really able to capitalize on it, unfortunately. And then Flygon has to go back here. Well, no, here we go, here we go. This could be it. This could be it. Come on, just a few more, maybe 1 more stun at the end there? No, we didn't even need it. Finally, after like 4 videos, we beat 3-2. Regice, finally gone. Okay. This was more exhausting than it was exciting. I just felt like it was just taking forever. And we just had to brute force it, unfortunately. But yeah, that's it for Route 3-2. Next up, where we failed last time, Route 1-3. Until then, I've been Free99. You've all been amazing. I'll catch you next time.